You're 16, fighting for your life against cancer with a 20% shot at surviving. And your own mom turns your Make-A-Wish dream into her selfish vacation scheme, kicking you out until you cave. But 13 years later, as a survivor, I finally met the Jonas Brothers on my terms and left her out in the cold, watching her beg. This isn't just karma, it's poetic justice. Hang on tight. Hey folks, if you've ever had a family member trample over your dreams, twist your pain into their gain, and leave you craving that sweet taste of payback, you're in the right place. This Reddit tale is packed with betrayal, resilience, and a revenge that'll make you cheer smash that. Like if you're team justice, subscribe for more epic karma stories. If you'd like to share your story with our channel, please send it via the email link in the description and let's get into it. You won't want to miss how this unfolds. I was just 16 when the world flipped upside down northern Canada, where winters bite at 40°C, wrapping everything in a frozen hush. That's where I grew up, in a small town where the cold seeps into your bones, but nothing prepared me for the chill of a cancer diagnosis aggressive type. Doctors said, less than 20% chance I'd see 5 years chemo ravaged me, hair gone in clumps, nights hunched over a basin, the metallic tang of medicine lingering on my tongue. But through it all, one thing kept my spirit flickering, music specifically, the Jonas Brothers. Their songs blasted through my headphones during treatments, drowning out the beeps of Machine's Nick's A Little Bit Longer, written about his diabetes struggle. It hit like a lifeline, lyrics about pushing through pain. Released just a month before my diagnosis, I'd close my eyes, feel the rhythm pulse with my heartbeat, whispering to myself, just a little bit longer, hold on, miraculously. I beat the odds remission hit, and with it, eligibility for Make-A-Wish excitement bubbled up for the first time in months. Ideas swirled like snowflakes, gadgets, trips, celebrities. My correspondent at the foundation was amazing. Patient as I weighed options, a warm getaway sounded tempting. Escaping the endless white landscapes, Barbados popped up in chats. Sunny beaches calling, but deep down, my heart tugged elsewhere. Meeting the Jonas Brothers, we talked logistics, Florida, California, even Hawaii as spots to make it happen. I poured my soul into a letter to the band, fingers trembling on the keyboard, explaining how their music was my anchor. The correspondent mailed it to their managers. Wheels were turning, schedules aligning. My pulse raced imagining it. Shaking hands with Nick, Joe, Kevin, real, in person. That's when the storm hit. I sat my mom down in our cramped living room, the air thick with the scent of her favorite chamomile tea. Her eyes lit up at first, until I said the words, I want to meet the Jonas Brothers. The shift was instant. Her face tightened, lips pressing into a thin line, like a rubber band pulled too taut. What about Barbados? She snapped, voice rising sharp as a winter wind. I tried explaining. The costs, the alternatives, how this was my wish, but she exploded, pacing the room, hands gesturing wildly. I deserve this trip as much as you do. I was there every step, hospital runs, holding your hand through the nights. Her words stung, twisting my gratitude into guilt. I felt small, shrinking into the couch cushions, my throat tightening as tears pricked my eyes. Internal whispers crept in. Maybe she's right? She sacrificed too, but no, this was for me. The kid who nearly didn't make it. Escalation came fast. Relentless, she doubled down, her tone turning manipulative, eyes narrowing like she was bargaining at a market. If it's not Barbados, find another adult to go. Your stepdad and I? We're out. This isn't what I want. The hypocrisy burned. My wish. Her wants. I stood there, heart hammering, but she wasn't done. Pack your bags, you're staying at your dad's until you come to your senses and tell Make-A-Wish it's Barbados. The door slammed behind me, echoing in the hallway, my suitcase wheels scraping the floor like a defeated sigh. Over a month at Dad's, his place warmer, quieter, but the fog of powerlessness clung. My correspondent called multiple times, voice gentle over the line. This is your wish. What do you really want? I'd hesitate, phone cord twisting in my fingers, doubt gnawing. What if Mom never forgives me? What if I lose her? Frustration built, a slow boil, betrayal from the one supposed to protect me. But hold on, there was a glimmer. A false calm that teased hope. My parents offered a compromise sitting at Dad's kitchen table. Mom's voice softened over the phone. "We'll drive you to their concert in Toronto, if you pay for it all." Foolish 17-year-old me latched on, eyes lighting up. A concert. Seeing them live, lights flashing, crowd roaring. It'd be something I scraped together cash from odd jobs. The bills crisp in my hands, dreaming of the energy. The drive was long, parents grumbling about traffic, gas, everything. But the show? Electric. Nick's voice soaring on, a little bit longer, my tears mixing with sweat in the pit. For a moment, relief washed over. Maybe this mends things? We headed to Barbados after. The wish granted on her terms, sun-soaked beaches, but hollow. I smiled for photos, waves lapping at my feet. But inside? Resentment simmered, disguised as gratitude years past. Cancer a distant scar, I'm 29 now, a mom myself, with a little boy whose laughter fills the gaps, but the wound festers on rare family chats. Mom brings it up, painting herself the victim. "Imagine if you'd met that band and left us behind. I'd never have forgiven you." Her words drip hypocrisy. Stepdad nodding along, their entitlement unchanged. I bite my tongue, limiting talks for my son's sake, playdates supervised, no deep dives. But seeing the Jonas Brothers post-hiatus, tours, TV spots, the ache returns. They toured again, songs hitting harder, powerlessness? It morphed to quiet fury. What if I reclaimed it? But how? The breaking point was coming, faster than I thought it hit last year. Scrolling news of their 2025 tour. Jonas 20, greetings from your hometown. Dates everywhere, including spots I could reach my son, now old enough. Loves their music too. Internal storm raged. Doubt whispered, "Let it go. Keep peace." But determination flared. Hot. Unyielding, this was my shot. No more caving. The plan formed in stolen moments. VIP tickets. Meet and greet, I'd take my son, my dad. The ones who supported without strings, researching online. Fingers flying over keys late at night. Coffee steam curling up costs high. But I'd save. Echoes of that Toronto trip. But on my terms, doubt snipped. What if Mom finds out? Blows up again? But resolve hardened. She stole once. Not again, suspense built. Every family call, I wondered if she'd sense the shift. My voice steadier, execution sharpened like a blade. Tickets secured for the Anaheim show. September 27th, 2025. Honda Center close enough to fly. Warm like the wish that never was. I called Mom days before. Casual at first, then dropped it. I'm meeting the Jonas Brothers VIP, with my son and dad. Silence stretched, thick as fog, then her voice cracked. "What? Take me too. We could make it a family thing." Sharp sentences flew. "No, you had Barbados, this is mine." Her pleas turned desperate. Body language I could picture, pacing, hands wringing. The climax unfolded like a long-awaited storm breaking at the venue. Lights pulsing, crowd buzzing, my son wide-eyed. Dad grinning beside me backstage meet. Nick. Joe, Kevin. Real, warm handshakes. I shared my story briefly. Voice steady. "Your song got me through cancer." Nick's eyes softened. "That's why we do this." Photos snapped. Autographs on old albums. Pure triumph surging through me. Tears of release hot on my cheeks. Mom? She called nonstop, texts flooding. "Please, let me join, I deserve this too." Disbelief in her voice turned to anger. Then raw humiliation as I held firm. "You made it about you once, not anymore." Her final beg cracked. "I'm sorry, I was wrong." But it rang hollow. Too late. Relief crashed over me like waves. No more powerlessness, I'd reclaimed my dream. Left her facing the mirror karma. It wasn't loud, it was me walking away, whole in the end. This revenge wasn't about destruction. It was about healing, turning betrayal into boundaries, showing my son that dreams are yours to guard justice whispers. When entitlement steals, patience and power bring it back full circle. If that payback left you pumped, hit that like button hard and share in the comments. What's your ultimate karma moment? Subscribe for more Reddit revenge that delivers the chills. Turn on notifications so you catch every drop. Thanks for joining.
See you in the next one.